Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Betty again, owner and creator of Betty's Custom Design here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram. So in yesterday's video, I showed you guys this journal type thing that I had picked up from Michael's for, I think it was like $7 or $8, and told you, I'm going to use it for my idea journal. And so yesterday we decorated the front cover, and I collaged that with my Roses Are Red and Blue kit. And I just showed you some of the stuff, that you can do on the inside, how it has the little, it's got pockets like for photos. It's got, oh, and yeah, I done that off camera. But then it has these white pages. It has some craft pages. It's got these plastic things and pockets. And so this, I did do this off camera yesterday. This is just one of the pages. And so I'm just going to use it to put like my ideas and stuff in. So this was the little, like little seed packet that we made using scraps the other day. This is a specimen card that we made the other day. This is out of the kit. This is an altered playing card. I haven't really done anything to this one yet. I do have one somewhere that I've excuse me, that I've done something to, but I don't know what I've done with it. So that was that journal there, and I told you, I had picked this one up as well. And this one, I think I paid $3 and something for it. And I picked up 2 of these. And so it has this cover that is embossed, and then it's got these larger, these thick pressboard things in it. So what I done yesterday is I took and I decorated this one. And as you can see, there's no embossing on it. So what I done is I covered the front cover, and then I covered the inside. I put a little pocket on it, and this is still part of that kit. But I'll show you what I done. So that's what we are going to do today, is we are going to work on this. And probably all we're going to do today is probably just cover it. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Now, I am going to try something today that I have not tried before. But when up until maybe last week, whenever I was shipping my Etsy orders, I am trying to find the package so I can show you guys. But of course, I probably ate it. Okay. This is what I would print my labels on. But I finally broke down and purchased a 4x6 thermal label printer, so I don't need these anymore. But these are really good labels. So what I done is I printed some of my, excuse me, my Indian Summer digital kit on some of these. And I am going to try and see how this works for covering this. Now, when I showed you this journal here, it was the exact same journal, but you see I don't have the embossing on the front. You can see that it's not, nor do I have it on the back. So let me show you what I've done. You're going to need the cover off to be able to, actually cover it. But this is what I done. I just took it right there, and I put this down like this, and then we done that. And so that way, that embossing is on the inside, and it's not as noticeable. And there it is. And I just took my pink ink and kind of went over it. So that was one way that I could because I really didn't like that embossing, but I mean, for the price of the journal, you know, I couldn't pass it up. So we're going to work on this. I'm just going to set these over to the side along with the rings. I'll try and set it over here where I don't knock them down and lose them. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to attempt to use the sticker paper. This is what I use whenever I am shipping, or it's what I used to use. I don't use this anymore. I'm just wanting to look and see. Yeah, I think it's going to work really well. And I don't need the entire sheet. So let me just see. I am going to maybe, I want to have a little bit, let me just do this. I want to have some right here to fold over, and I'm going to need every bit of that to fold over. And so I do want a little bit to fold over here. So we're going to just trim it about there. Now, I don't know if this, I have no clue if this label paper is going to work, but this is some really good label paper that I have. It's the kind that it doesn't show the address on, you know, like if there's writing underneath it, it doesn't show it. So I'm thinking it's going to work really well. But you never know. Okay, so I'm just looking to see. It's going to go, is that the right way? Let me make sure, because I just turn myself around. No, I don't think so. I don't know what I've done. Okay, that is right. So let me put this back out of the way. So this is my front. So let me do this really quick. Top, front. Okay, so now I just want to cover this. And I'm trying to think if it would be best to take this off and press it down on that, or take it off and push this down. I think probably that way. So let me pull this backing off. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Really? Look at this. I can't even get the backing off. Okay. And you can see how thick that that this label paper is. It is very good label paper, because it is stuck to me right this second. Okay. Let me just make sure that I have it up. Yeah. All right. So now I just want to kind of center this up. That looks about as center as I'm going to be able to get it. And it seems to be stuck on there pretty good. So we shall see. Now, the other thing I am going to attempt to do is to miter these edges just a little bit. Then I'm just going to stick this back down on there. And I figured this would be, because it's only, I think it's got like either 6 or 8 of those chipboard pages in it. So there's not a lot that I can, you know, it's not a big, thick journal, but I figured that's why it would be perfect to do with the Indian summer kit, because I'm not going to want to use it for an entire year, but it is enough that it will get me through the fall for my journaling. Okay. And I'm just sticking those down. Okay. So now let's try and fold this up, and it seems like it's going to stick really well. So if that's the case, I have probably, well, I used 6 of these, so I probably have 15 more sheets after tonight. Yeah, that looks really, 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 really good. Look at that. Cool. Okay, so let me go ahead and punch these holes out. If I can find my big bite. You know how it is whenever you're doing something. It was getting in my way a while ago, and I moved it. And then I had to walk past, and I don't know what I get in a hurry and do stuff and then forget what I done. And at the time I do it, I think I've done it so great that I'll remember. There's no way I could forget. But then I forget. And I'm just kind of poking a hole where that hole is, just so I'll know. Because I really don't want to poke through my pressed wood, my wood stuff there, my cardboard. Okay, so I got my holes. Now what we need to do is I need to cover the back, and this is not big enough. So let's see. Oh, I like it. Oh, which tree do I want to do though? Okay, let's go with one of these. And you could either go with that one or that one. I'm thinking this one. Okay, so let me measure and see how big this is. Let's see here. It looks like it's 5.5. About 7.5. Okay, so I don't want my paper quite that size. I want it just a little shy of that. Now, one thing I do need to do is I need to cut the white off, because I still have yet to set my printer back up on the new network with all the stuff the way I want it. Okay, so now I want, if it's 5.5, I'm going to go just shy of 5.5. Not too shy of it. Maybe like 5 7/8. Something like that. Yeah, 5 3/8. Okay, and then it was almost 7.5, so we'll do it like 7 3/8. But I want, let me cut this right here off because I want more of this part showing. So I'm gonna cut that off and then turn it around and measure. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, so if I have done my math correctly, which, don't hold your breath, this should fit almost perfect. Well, check that out. Okay, so I done pretty decent. Now I am going to round my corners, or I'm going to see if I can with this being that label paper. Yes, it is. This one's going to be a little difficult. We will try it. There it went. Okay. Now the other thing I think I may go ahead and do is I may go ahead and ink this up a little bit. Just to give it some definition, because it is such a bright page with all the yellow and orange, all the fall colors. Oh, and you know what I need to do to put in this? I just yesterday released some fall library cards and bingo cards in my Etsy store. Those would be perfect for in here. I am going to have to print them again. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm just looking, making sure. Now, this is going to be the challenge for me, is getting this put on without sticking myself to it and without getting it all bunched up crazy. So let's see what we can do. So I'm just pulling, and I'm working kind of sideways here. It's just kind of easiest for me. Let me, there's my glasses. I have my contacts in, but when I have to see up close, I need my glasses too. So I pulled the backing off just a little bit down at the bottom, because I'm just trying to line it up, and then I can pull the backing off as I go. There we go. And look at that. That looks really good. And now I do need to poke the holes again, because we've got the back on it now. Okay. Now what I can do is show you what it's going to look like on this journal. So I can take and look at that. How pretty is that? I love it so far. Now what I can do, we can cover the back, and it may be where, you know, I might even cover that stuff on the inside there. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and just cover the back though. Let's do the same thing. We're going to attempt it. I mean, that covered so well on the front. But, you know, we will attempt it and see what it looks like. And of course, if we don't like it, we're just kind of stuck with it, because I don't think this stuff is coming off, but that's okay. I am fine with that. All right, so that's the way it goes, like that. This is what I want to cover. So let me set here, and let me take the backing off of this. And again, let me make sure that's up. And so if it goes like this, then this is the part I'm wanting to cover. So let's try and get it centered again. There we go. Huh, okay, well, maybe it's working. I am going to do this real quick, so I don't have to struggle to find those holes when I go to poke them, because I cannot half see. And this is some pretty thick label paper. I may have to buy some more of this when I run out, just to be able to do this kind of stuff with it, because this is pretty neat. I'm curious on how that's gonna work, but you know, the good thing is it is the back of the book, and I could always cover it with you know, when I cover it, if I don't like the way it looks, I can put some pockets or tucks. I can do something to mask it, so I'm not too worried if it doesn't exactly cover the way I want it to. So we'll just see. There we go. And then let's do this side here. Wow, I'm really liking this. very much so. Okay, so we need to do another sheet to cover this back here, because that one may work. Look at that. Let's see if that one will work. We're going to try it. I'll get it cut to what I think is size, and then we'll check it out. Okay, and so it was not quite 7.5 tall. So I can take this off the top, and then we'll cut from the bottom. Okay, so I done 7 3/8 is what I've done on the front. Let me see how wide it is. Oh yeah, this is going to be plenty big enough because it's almost the width that I need it to be. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so let me do the same thing. I'm going to round the corners. And then we will ink it a little bit. So this is pretty, this is a quick way to do some covering here if it all works. And you know, I really didn't know what I was going to do with those labels. So it is using those labels up, which is wonderful. Make sure I got it going the right way, because y'all know I'm bad about getting things mixed up. Alright, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on the front. I'm just going to pull just a little bit off and kind of pull it up like this. And then I'm going to just stick this part down, try to get it even as I can. And then just pull the backing off as I go up. And there we go. So now let's poke the holes, and you really cannot tell that it's embossed. So that worked perfect. Alright, so now I'm just poking the holes. There we go. And so now I just need to put the journal back together. And then maybe in tomorrow's video we might work on one of the pages, or you know, something. So I'm just putting these rings back in here. So yeah, this was just a couple dollars for the journal, and you know, using some leftover label paper that I printed on, and I am loving this. I'm really liking this. So yeah, we may I may have started something, because I'm really loving it. All right, well guys, we're just going to go ahead and consider that done for today. I know it wasn't a long video, but you know, if I get started into something else, it's going to just make the video too long today. So, oh, look at that. Look, guys. How pretty. Perfect. Okay. So I'm very happy. So yeah, in tomorrow's video, we will come back and we'll see what we can do about maybe putting some pockets on here, and doing something on the pages. Just kind of just decorating it some. We'll see what we can do, and we'll work in our new fall journal. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.